Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am working in my October daily once again. I turned to my Cricut to help me create this page, as well as some embellishments from Ellie Studio. There's also just a little bit, teensy weensy little bit of... Sorry, I just happened to look out my window and realized there was a delivery person coming over. And so I was trying to beat her before my home security system, aka the dogs, alerted me that she was there. So what I was trying to say was I did use just a little bit of close to my heart bitty sparkles as well, but I do that off camera after I finished filming the video, but you will see them in the close-ups. So as far as the Cricut work goes, I used my Cricut to draw some snow designs, snowflakes, in the background of, first of all, my 6x8 piece of paper. You don't see that yet, but it is coming. I also did the same thing on a little 3x4-inch piece of white cardstock as well. I drew snowflakes in the top left and the bottom right corner with a pink pen, and then in a black pen I wrote my title, which is "You're My Cup of Tea," and then there's a little tea mug over top of that. As an afterthought, I decided to mat both my photo, which was printed at 3x4 inches, and my title card to pink cardstock as well. So I trimmed my photo and the white original 3x4 piece of cardstock down just a little bit so that I could mat them to pink cardstock. This one wasn't totally straight when I first put it down, so I'm just fixing it. You can see on the left-hand side of the page is my journaling and where the drawing was with the pink pen as well that I had done with my Cricut. I decided that I was going to color in this little tea mug or coffee mug and my title as well. I pulled out a red Spectrum Noir marker that I have, and I'm going to use all three pens in the one pen to create some shading. I'm by no means an expert when it comes to coloring. I don't really understand how the shadows works, and I tried to replicate it, but I don't know if I actually do it or not. But I have fun doing it, and that's the main thing, so that's why I do it. In my title, I decide to include some shading as well, but I make it more of an ombre than actual shading. So I'm going to go in with the lightest shade of the red pen, color all of the letters in to make up my title, and then I'm going to go ahead with the darkest shade of the red pen and color 3/4 of the way down from the top to create that ombre effect. I also just colored in the little steam coming up from the coffee mug with an ice gray Spectrum Noir marker as well. So here I am coloring in the title. I'm going to fast forward through that because it's repetitive and kind of boring to watch the whole thing. You will see me fill in the last part of the ombre coloring right here. I really like the way that this turned out. I wasn't 100% sure what color I wanted to use. If I should just stick with the red and the pink or add something else. I kind of toyed with using gray to color in the title, but I really wanted it to stand out and have some presence. So I think the red was the right choice. I maybe should have colored the mug in a different color, maybe blue or green or something, but I wanted to keep it red because my mug that I'm drinking from in the photo is actually red and white. And so I wanted to run with the red theme, and then red and pink go well together, and so that's why I chose red and pink. Now that I'm done that, I have pulled out an Ellie Studio stamp set, and I am just using some of the phrases from this set. The name of it is escaping me right now. It has something to do with tabs. I will link the correct name in the description box down below, so if you'd like to add it to your own stash, you will know where to find it. I'm using some Stays On Jet Black ink to stamp directly to my photo. The first phrase that I stamped was a moment of magic, and then the other phrase that I'm going to stamp is let's stay in. I thought it was fitting for this layout. I also pulled out some of the asterisks. I was going to use a few more, but in the end I only used one. And it's going over top of the stamping I did in the bottom of my photo. I do pull out one of the close to my heart acrylic hearts once again, and I glue that over top of the mug. But first I'm going to staple this acrylic heart, also from Ellie Studio, to the bottom left hand of the page. Here I thought I would add another asterisk, but I ended up not liking it next to that staple. So I pulled it off and just left it. I think it's perfect the way it is right now. I thought about moving it to the top of the page and wasn't crazy about that either. So took it off, left it on the carrier sheet, and here I pull out the white acrylic hearts from close to my heart and I glue that to the center of my coffee mug. That pretty well brings me to the end of this video. I'm just going to glue that little heart down with some liquid glue just to be sure it stays put and doesn't go anywhere. And I have close-ups coming up now as well, so feel free to stick around for those. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'm so glad that you're here and that you are joining me on my creative journey here in 2022. I hope you enjoy the videos that I share, and I hope you enjoy Cricut projects as well. I'll be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye, friends.